raindrops on the lens won't scare these fans away. We're at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. And proud now to introduce Kasey Kahne to our set, Trackside Live, presented by Rain.
That's good.
Well, I think you can pretty much tell how we're doing. We're having a pretty big time. We got a big party here.
Crowd we got here. Yeah, it's a great crowd. I watched the first couple minutes of the show, and I didn't realize you tried knocking him out last week.
That's a rushback pitch.
The funniest thing is, Bobby walked me and said, "How's your head?" I said, "It's still attached to my shoulders." I said, "That's about all it was." I mean, that thing come out of the sun, and it was just motored. I mean, it was about a 75-mile-an-hour fastball.
At least.
At least. That's right. Yeah.
What I like about it is he called it.
Yeah.
I said, man, I'm going to beat him right here.
Whoa. I think we can hear the audio. Listen to this. Listen up. That's good TV right there. I don't care who you are.
That is what we call sounds of the game right there.
That's good TV right there.
That is good.
Yeah. Hey, I got to ask you a question. We just asked Kasey Mears this question. Daytona 500 or Brickyard 400, since you got some open wheel background?
Oh, man. To me, I lived in Indy for 3 years. I grew up with Indy cars. Not with Indy cars, but open wheel racing. I loved Indy cars, NASCAR, everything. And personally, I would love to win this race. I mean, I just think this one's the race for me, but, you know, I wouldn't not want the Daytona 500. I think it's like so close to this race, I mean, they're so close together on how big both races are to me.
You've had a lot of success here already, though, Kasey, in the 3 starts you have here in NASCAR, 2 top 5s, and ran a close second to Tony Stewart a couple of years ago.
Yeah, I mean, it's been good. We even when we did run, I think in '04, my rookie year, finished 4th to Jeff Gordon, and we were strong. They blew a right front, hit the wall pretty hard in turn 3, and still run 4th. So we've had good cars here.
And that lick, though, you took a year ago, oh my God, it knocked the lid out of the car, I think. I mean, that was a hard lick.
Yeah, this is bad.
So what's going through your mind right there? Oh.
That took about everything out of me right there. I mean, that's you just sit in the car for a second, try to catch your breath when you hit straight in like that. That wasn't good.
But you rebounded, and you were right back in the sprint car. Well, on Monday night somewhere you were running?
Yeah, the next night I raced at Oskaloosa, Iowa, front row challenge. It's a great sprint car race leading up to the Knoxville Nationals, and had a blast. Run 4th. I think we led for a while maybe or something. It was a good race though. It was a lot of fun.
Hey, Kasey Kahne, I want to ask you a question. You won your first race at Richmond a couple years ago, and I was able to be in victory lane to interview you, and I saw the emotion, not just of you, but of the tire specialists, all the guys that work on the team. Do you relate to that when you see Kasey Mears win his first race at Charlotte? I mean, you understand that?
I felt good for him when he won. I mean, to win your first race, first NASCAR race, and then also to win the 600. I was able to win that the year before, and it was I mean, that's an awesome race to win. So when we win our next one, it's going to be like our first one again. It's as good of a year we had last year. Now we're struggled a little bit. It'll feel great to win another one.
Kasey, we know we got a long way to go in 2007, and as we talked a while ago, the ground you've made up. I mean, before the Lowe's win, you were 35th in points. Now you're up to 17th and 230 out of 12th. But spinning ahead to 2008, new teammate Dale Earnhardt Jr. coming your way. Have you had any conversations at all about Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the future you guys have together?
I think that, within the team and the organization, we've discussed it, obviously, and then this last off weekend actually got some time to spend with Dale, and, he's a great guy, a good friend. Obviously, he's going to bring a lot to our organization. I'm looking forward to working with him.
Because that's the 2 teams that are actually kind of housed together, the 5, if it indeed ends up being the 5, sure, in the 25.
The 5 and the 25 are going to be right next to each other, and we've discussed that, ourselves too, and I think that's going to work out to be a good combination. Already, knowing Dale, hung out with him behind the scenes a little bit, and to be able to spend a little bit of time with him this last weekend, we just had a real good time talking about the future and what we're looking forward to, and we'll see how it goes. I think it's going to be an interesting year, for sure.
When you look back at this year and when you came in, driving for Hendrick Motorsports, you knew kind of like what was going to be expected of you. Sit on poles and win races. You've done both. You got yourself in the Budweiser shootout next year. You're going to be back in the All-Star race, not because of a car owner situation, but because you've won a race. I mean, how does that make you feel? And do you feel like the pressure's off and have you got momentum right now?
Yeah, well, I think our team's got a little bit of momentum, and then we're also just able to utilize, everything within the organization right now. The team's relaxed. we're utilizing what the 24 and the 48 and the 5 are all doing as well. I think the team's working really well in the debriefs, and we're learning from each other. You know, I got to admit, it is going to be fun to go to that All-Star race knowing that you earned it. You know, I mean, it felt a little awkward being there, you know, because the team got it. And, you know, we're really looking forward to that next season.
Kasey, thanks a lot for being with us, and best of luck. I know, as Jeff said, it means a great deal to the Mears family, and you guys have a close-knit family, so thanks for spending time with us here.
I appreciate that. Thank you, guys.
Thanks
All
a
right.
lot.
Appreciate it.
Coming up, we'll have more with Kasey Kahne, but, you know, we're proud to have Wrangler as one of our partners. Hey, here's something brand new, the world premiere of a new Wrangler commercial featuring Dale Jr. Here is the broadcast debut. First look here on Trackside Live.